Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting work on this box I have. Mine's really bad. This whole beam is all rotten. That one, and I think the back one's okay. But on this one's pretty good, pretty solid. A little rusty, but I'm gonna clean that up. This one's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, it's no good. So that one's coming off. This one's pretty much off, so I'm just gonna remove whatever's left of it, which is not a whole lot. This one is pretty solid. Clean that up. I'm gonna prime it, clean it, paint it, and this back one's perfect. So I'm just gonna straighten this guy out a little bit. The fenders are not bad. The box overall is good. A little bit of surface rust here, but I'll clean that up too. But the fenders, they are a little rotten. This one's not too bad. Yeah, this one's not too bad. It's starting to get a little hole here. And it's a little beat up on this end right here, but whatever. This is just a temporary solution for me because, believe it or not, I have a second box. So this guy is actually out of a newer one. The fenders are not very good, but the inside is just beautiful. And the rails and underneath are all perfect. Still nice and perfect. Just the fenders are ugly. So my plan is I'm gonna pull my box off. I'm gonna take these fenders off and I'm gonna put them on that box. Then once that's all done, I'm gonna put that box on my truck, and then I'm gonna probably put this one up for sale. It will be basically a good to go box, a little fender or a little side repair, but I mean, for a solid box, it's solid. Just a little cosmetic here and there, but it'll be cheap. Plus it'll be extra strong. I don't think those will ever rust out, and let me show you why. Because this is what I'm going to replace them with, is some 2x2 tubing, 2.5 by 2.5 tubing for the two rails, because this one's 2.5 by 2, so they didn't have two, so I just went 2.5 by 2.5 for this guy, and then this guy is just a 2x2. And then I've got them cut. So I'm gonna cut the ends off nice, make them the same as the original one. But yeah, I think what I might do is I might drill some holes in the bed, and then I'll weld it from the bottom, and then it'll all be one piece. I'm gonna clean this guy up, and then this is the other one. Oh yeah, they're pretty heavy. So, but if you look, the height is perfect on both of them. So, what I gotta do is I gotta drill 4 holes for the mounting points. The other one's over there, one there, and one there. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got the old cross members off. I just got to clean this up and then grind it all down, clean it up, make it look nice. But this is what was left of the other cross members, or the cross sports. Look at that. Not much left of them. So, and this one's actually not in bad shape, this box. Mine is way worse than this. I'll show you guys when I get mine off, but way worse. So, time to start doing some cleaning and some prep work. All right, we got this thing. I wire wheeled that one and this one as much as I could to get the rough stuff off. Cleaned up pretty nice. Starting to rust in the corners here a little bit, but not too bad. So anyways, I got these all cleaned up. I've got them marked. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to drill a hole in each one of the high points, and then flip it over with the new supports in place and weld from the top down, weld these in place, because they don't have the little legs that stick out, so you can weld them on both sides. So I'm just going to weld them right down the center. So I got to drill every single one of these on both sides, and then I think I'll weld them in place and then I'll drill the big holes, but I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see. So this is what it looks like, all cleaned up. I got some good primer and some rust paint. That's just primer. I've already drilled it all the way across, but I'm gonna go over it again just to clean up the holes so I have some good welding material there. This guy's looking pretty good. So yeah, it's not looking too bad so far. We'll be done here shortly. So I finished painting it. I've drilled all the holes. You can see they go all the way across. I cut my pieces to length, put a little bit of an angle on them. Man, now that I think about it, these are totally overkill. 1/4 inch, 2.5 by 2.5, and 1/4 inch, 2 by 2. Way too big or too thick. Way overkill, but it is what it is. It'll last quite a while. So anyways, now I just gotta finish making the holes for the actual mounts. Then I'm gonna pop them in place, flip the bed over, and weld them from the top, and then I'll paint them. So got these guys all set up, ready to go. Drilled the holes. I think that should be big enough. I know the original holes were 1 inch. These are not quite 1 inch. They're, I think, 3/4, I think. But the bolts are a lot smaller anyways, so should fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt them in place. Then I'm going to flip this over, weld it all up, take the bolts out, and then finish painting it up, and then she'll be ready to be switched. So I'm going to start welding now. I have them in place, and like I said, I have the bolts through the holes to line them up so they're lined up proper. Cleaned up all the holes. So this guy here is ready to go. Got my welder hooked up, so now I'm going to start laying down some welds. This should be a fun time. Well, I got this guy welded up and cleaned up. Looks pretty decent. And I started on the second row, but unfortunately the welds aren't too bad. I ran out of wire, so I have to put this on hold for today, and tomorrow I gotta get some wire, and we'll finish her up tomorrow. Day 2 has come, and we are ready for some action. I got me some new wire, so I just got to finish up this row. It's half done, so I'll finish her up, and then got to pull the box off that truck and swap them around. That's better. It just keeps blowing up because it's so rusty right there. Terrible. Not so bad, but not the prettiest. That's not gonna really do much. But whatever. Better than what it was. Good enough, I'd say. It's kind of nasty right here, but give me a washer as long as it doesn't run away on me. Let's try and add some more to this guy. Well, this is nice. I got my very own hoist. So I just gotta paint these guys. Then I gotta put this box out of the way and start taking that one off. Okay, time to pull the canopy off. I'm just about there now. And then I'm gonna leave it like this for tonight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come in here bright and early and start cutting the bolts off this box and swapping them out. So I'm just using my forklift here to pull this guy off. So, all right, canopy is off. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's crazy. Well, the rain has started. It's day 2 now. That sucks, but gotta keep going. So I got the 2 back ones cut off already. I tried unbolting them, and that was a mistake because broke my bit. So I'm cutting them. I'm not wasting any more time on this. I'm just gonna cut them all. I got 2 to cut, 6 to go. So I'm gonna carry on cutting, and I'll be back when they're cut off. Okay, my box is off, and you can see it was pretty crunchy, pretty gross, pretty rotten. The frame's not so bad. I'm gonna give it a pressure wash, real good pressure wash, before I throw the other one back on. I might even back it into the shop and just give the frame a light paint because next time I do it, I'm actually going to epoxy coat it. So, but yeah, the box was pretty bad. Non-existent. Yeah. So this one was broken there, and really broken over here. So that's why it was bouncing around. But it's not just that one, because this one's broken too. Nice big crack there. Destroyed smush there. The back one's actually, the far back one's okay. But this one's mediocre okay. But yeah, the front three were bad. So there she goes. So now I gotta figure out a way to put this thing down on something, because I'm running out of things to put it on. I need some sawhorses. And then I'm gonna pressure, actually I'm probably just gonna leave it in the air right now and pressure wash that. So. Okay, let's get to washing. Okay, well, I gave this a real good pressure wash. And I don't know if you can see on the ground, but there was a lot of crusty rust came off. Still a little bit left here in some spots, but it's looking better. So now I got to get these bolts out. I guess I don't know, cut them off, zip them off, and then just pull them out, because I cut the heads off, because like you remember the bit broke, so I just cut the heads off because they're pretty seized in there. So I think I'm just gonna zip them off at the top, and then I should be able to pound them out and get them off. I got a new set that's going in, and then I might throw some paint on this. I'm not really sure if I should, but I'm going to. And then we'll throw the other one on. So there we go. Well, I've cleaned it up and painted it as much as I could. So it's just some regular rust paint, temporary for now. Eventually, if I ever get to it, I'll like to epoxy coat it and then but do it all. But for now, it's just a temporary patch up. So okay, ready for the box to go on. Just got to put the bolts and nuts in place. All right, box is on. I just put it on place. It's not bolted down yet, but I know it looks a little funny with a black box, but eventually it'll all be one color. Who knows, I might get motivated and just buy some paint and just paint the sides so they match. But anywho, now I just gotta line it up proper, get the bolts, bolt them up, see if the hole lines up. Yeah, that's pretty close. Anyways, bolt her down. Okay, she's all bolted down. Just got to put the tail lights on. I got to pull all these brackets off for my canopy, but yeah, she's definitely solid. I'm happy with that. The body lines actually line up now, whereas before it was dropped down on about almost an inch. So there we go. Almost done. Okay, canopy's back on. There we go. She looks funny, but at least it's safe and the box ain't gonna fall off. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna finish up a couple of little things, but thanks for watching. If you made it this far, give us a like if you like my content, and maybe a subscribe if you feel inclined. Anywho, have a wonderful day.